What's up, everybody? This is Lance. I'm the host of the Health and Real Estate Podcast. And today I have a guest on. I feel like this episode is long overdue. And my guest is Allison Jade. I actually met her, believe it or not, I met her in Belize in a vegan eco community, and this was back in 2021, and just instantly hit it off that we could dive into Belize a little bit. But that is kind of when I started my health journey, because before that I was a self-proclaimed junk food vegan. I still eat my junk food every now and then, but in balance. But now I'm a superfood vegan. um but yeah, so you inspired me to get on the health kick. You and
Oh,
everyone in Belize. I was surrounded by with just such healthy people. That was the first time in my life I was surrounded by like
uh-huh.
glowing healthy vegans. Like everyone's just glowing. You have this aura about you. And then I'm over here like eating all the fried jacks in Belize. But
Which
but
are delicious.
yeah. But yeah, so I attribute a lot of my health journey to you and Jared. So
Thank you.
yeah, where do you want to start? You want to start with your health journey?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I was a self proclaimed junk food vegan as well, and I think a lot of us start there when we, transition to vegan. We're just like, we want to have all the comforts and make it fun for everyone. So in 2017, we went vegan as a family. And it was that was kind of the gateway to my healing journey. Um, but like with a gateway, it doesn't end there. So the journey took me to basically like I felt upgraded almost instantaneously, just kind of cutting out the dairy and the meat and, some of the those yeah, like cutting out those foods and that opened my eyes to the power of food
Mhm.
and how much of an effect what we eat has on our health. So, where I started in that journey, so this was just shortly after I had my second baby, and I fell with the postpartum like that. Um, yeah. So my mental health was really struggling at that time. I resorted to medications because I just didn't know what else to do. I wanted to be a functional mom, of course, and the mental health was really getting in the way. And of course, there were so many reasons for it. Like Jared was working 16-hour days,
Mhm.
and I was like at home with two kids in freezing cold Montreal, with, surrounded with basically just unhealthy influences. And so it wasn't, my mental health I, we, I just, instead of taking myself out of that environment, the only thing I knew to do was drug myself because that
Mhm.
was kind of what was normalized around me. So, as soon as I went on these medications, I realized I don't want to be on these medications for life. And I really need to get something more sustainable eventually because I was like, I know this is kind of getting me through this hard time now, but I knew that there was going to have to be something change or else, I don't want to be on these for life because they do have really crazy side effects. And so my mental health actually was a long journey because even when I was a kid, I was put on Ritalin. And I think that was a big reason why my mental health was so unstable, was being on speed every day from 11 years old. And then, so yeah, all these other things kind of snowballed from that. And my 20s were a real whirlwind of just like debauchery, of just like self destructive behavior, just low self esteem. And it was when I had kids where I was like, I need to heal myself. Like, I can't live this way. This is not only for me, this is now for my kids. So I started to explore really going. So I went vegan because of the animals and because of ethics, because of, I related. It was an empathic response to some of the abuse I had been through where I just was like, I wasn't doing it for my health, but I noticed the benefits right away when I
Mhm.
did go vegan. And that's what led me to meeting other like-minded people, which was awesome because I never had community before. And it was through the vegan community that I met the person who introduced me to this gut repair, who I didn't even know all the issues I had were related to my gut. So I had eczema. I suffered with all kinds of skin issues. and the mental health stuff. And I really thought I was pretty much eating pretty healthy at that time, even though I was eating pretty much like I was eating a lot of junk food, but it was doing better than, most people because I was, making food at home and everything. So I was at first, a little bit like, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but there's so many levels to healing. And so even though I thought I was doing pretty well compared to how I was before, I didn't realize how much better I could feel. And when I started this gut repair, ULT, the ultimate lifestyle transformation, that was really the beginning of like really unlocking, like getting off my medications and unlocking my empowerment that we really are capable of healing everything. Like, if we have the right environment. So I'll just say, yeah. When I started to do my healing, like there's so many like levels. So getting up, like I started in 2018, so I'd already been vegan for like a year and a half, and when I started this, it took me to another level of eating whole food, plant based, which was, yeah, so much better. Like, and then I learned about glyphosate and I didn't know about that before. So started to become way more conscious of not only the ethics of food, but the quality of the
Mhm.
ingredients. And that has so many other, because like also with vegan, there's so many levels. Like it's like we care about the animals, but then shouldn't we also care about like sprays that are like going into our soil and killing all of, all living organisms and everything?
Yep.
So it kind of brought me deeper into my um the whole journey, and it made me, yeah, just it empowered me. Like it gave me this, I felt like I was, it took the guesswork out of like how to get all of my nutrition, how to help people go plant-based in a really sustainable way. And I was able to like drastically see so many improvements in myself that people were noticing it on me. And so people were actually, instead of me having to like push people to do better, I was realizing when we just heal ourselves, all we can control is ourselves. We can't
Mhm.
control what other people do. But if we can lead by an example and inspire others, it's way more effective. Um, and so I started helping people around me, and that brought me huge reward as well. So it's like the healing journey. It sort of evolved to then being a helping other people and purpose journey. And that really, I think, purpose is so critical for our well-being. So yeah, the healing really, that package was like the second major gateway, like unlocking this incredibly sustainable, vibrant health.
Definitely. Yeah, and I want to get into the ULT a little, but I want to share my experience and how I got introduced to it. It was with you all in Belize, and everyone was just like glowing. I was like, what is like going on? I was like, I gotta try this. But I was hesitant at first because everyone's like, oh, it helped me with, my eczema, get off antidepressants. It helped Jared with his asthma. It helped Kevin with his autoimmune disease. Like everyone was like, it helped with this, this, and this. And I was like, that's awesome. I have none of that. Like I'm just, I'm normally healthy. And they're like, everyone's like, you don't, like, it'll take your health to the next level. And that's
Yes.
exactly what it did for me because I didn't suffer from any of that. So it took my health from good to great. And also, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. I was like, okay, like, might as well try it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all did a ULT together and in Belize, and oh my goodness, it was very transformational. That was actually the last time I ever drank alcohol. So I've been off alcohol
Wow.
4 years now. I was in the middle of the ULT doing the parasite cleanse, and it's when we were all on the island, Key Cocker. And there was one night we all kind of went out to like I think it was a Mexican restaurant, and
Yes, I
I think
remember.
most people got like a beer or a margarita or something. That was the last time I drank. I had like one beer and a margarita, and I didn't really get hung over, but the next day I just felt blah, like just like not me. And I was like, wow, it like ruined half my day. I had like no energy. I was lethargic, just wanted to lay around. And we were in beautiful Belize on the island. Like I wanted to be out enjoying life. And that was actually the last time I drank alcohol over.
Wow. I didn't know that, and
Yeah,
I remember that night well, so that is really I'm so proud of you, that's
yeah.
amazing.
So there was 3 big changes that it kinda took a while for me to realize it from the ULT, because I didn't have any major health problems, but 1, it helped me quit alcohol. 2, I used to be addicted to energy drinks. I would drink Monsters and Red Bulls. Like, literally, sometimes before I went to Belize, I was drinking 2 or 3 Red Bull or
Wow,
Monsters a day. And, the ULT helped with that. Also, the Can't Beat This, like, that's I call that nature's, energy drink. I love the Can't Beat
me
This.
too.
And then the other thing that it helped me do was it completely, like, rewired my cravings. Because before I
Mhm.
craved the processed food, the junk food. Now I crave the whole food, the real food, like fruits and veggies. So that's the ultimate hack is if you crave healthy food, you're gonna eat healthy food. So once you start craving it, it's just so easy to be healthy.
Yeah, and well, like you said, I mean, even when people are feeling good, we don't know how much
Mhm.
better we can feel. There's so many levels, and we can all feel better than we are today, right?
Definitely.
And even for
Definitely.
not even thinking of you now, because even you now was maybe okay, but these things add up. So you're protecting yourself in the 50 plus years,
Mhm.
where where those lifestyle things do catch up eventually.
Definitely, definitely, and all the not just the products and the quality, but the education around it. Like, I learned about glyphosate. I didn't know what that was before. I was like, "Glypho who? Like, what is that?" I learned about, because before I didn't care about organic or non-organic. I didn't, know
Yeah.
all that, and just there's a ton of, like, food education as well that you learn with it, which
Yeah.
very underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. And it saves you money because I used to go and buy like also drinks and food at restaurants and those kind of things. But I find when you get on this program with these foods, it's like
Yes.
you said, the cravings change and you actually end up saving money because people don't realize the snacks, those energy drinks are expensive. They add up.
Mhm.
And even like, I was getting a Starbucks coffee on the regular or things like that, that like this totally I stopped doing that. Like, yeah.
Absolutely. So, for the people that don't know, if you kind of want to go into what the ULT is, the ultimate lifestyle transformation.
Yeah. Okay. So I love this package. It's like what I love is it covers all our nutrition. Like and it doesn't even matter like what because they say, oh, it can't be one size fits all, but this is the baseline. Like it covers your microgreens and all your those minerals that you don't get from food. In our system right now, it's like even an apple and an orange is not what it was 100 years ago with the
Mhm.
soil depletion and everything. So it's actually giving your body like flooding your cells with nutrition. You have a green juice every day, which tastes delicious, even for people who don't like green juice. Like I have my mom on it. And yeah, you too. Yeah. Did you not like green juice before?
No, I never liked green juice. I was never a salad person either. So, like, that's what I love about the Power Shake is it's the nutritional equivalency to like 6 organic microgreen salads.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
It's
I
we don't
I still don't really like salads. I just drink my Power Shake.
well, yeah, and it's raw. It's raw living food, more even living than a lot of the like salad ingredients, that we buy
Mhm.
from the grocery store. So, like, I love that people can get more nutrition from that shake than they do in more than a week, average
Mhm.
people. So, it gives us this like really easy access at our fingertips to a daily consistent level, which we're just not used to. Most people have never experienced being fully satiated on a cellular level like that.
Yes.
And then it gives you these aminos, which I just have to talk about because those ones are a game changer. Like I thought that, and there is a lot of the protein myth and things like that. But what we do need is amino acids, and amino acids are found from vegetables. So it makes it that these are from fermented lentil. They're a fermented like non-soy legume, so it's fermented lentil. Just one ingredient, they have derived all the amino acids,
Mhm.
and it's pre-digested so it's so smart. It's like exactly the building blocks that our body needs to, build our muscles and our bones and our hair, skin, nails, collagen, our brain as well. So it really gives you this incredible boost of energy. I found, like, since I started taking them, I was never able to do a lot of the physical things I'm doing now. And what's cool is, like, I didn't even have to try. It made me want to do more
Mhm,
physical, like push myself more. So that is like part of, like, you start your day with these amino acids in this green juice, which covers this perfect baseline to start the day. And then you have this biomedic, which helps you absorb everything. And it's the gut repair. And I had done other gut repairs in the past. Like I had been taking probiotics and, prebiotics and fermented foods and all these things, but nothing had that effect, like
mhm.
benefits right away. So what I noticed was really quickly my eczema went away, really quickly my brain, my mental health and all of that stuff. And it's all of it is you realize as you start to repair your gut, how much your gut is everything. And then you have a tart cherry juice, which you drink at night, which is delicious, and it helps you. Like just, I love it's like this daily nightcap that calms your nervous system and helps you produce melatonin. So we give it even to our children. It's an amazing hack for parents, and it's safe for everyone. Like it's not like a medication or a melatonin that you take. It's actually just organic tart cherry, and it actually helps your body produce it instead of like a synthetic way to do that. So and then you get a parasite cleanse with it as well. So it's like a starter pack. You have this like complete package where, I used to buy different herbs and different things from here and there and vitamins and, supplements. But what I love is this package has everything I was like researching that I knew was what my body needed, but all together without like giving you structure,
Mhm.
which so many people just need that structure.
Yeah, it's so easy. That's what I love about it because I would try to juice like before all this and I loved it. I actually loved making fresh juice, but it was such a pain and hassle and I would just never do it cuz it took so long all the cleanup and
Yeah.
yeah, so this just makes it so freaking easy. It's literally health made simple. Like it's
Yeah.
so easy. And it does hit all the boxes cuz it gives you the nutrition, the protein, the apothecary helps with the sleep and antioxidants and then helps heal the gut. And then the parasite cleanse, which I didn't even know parasites were a thing before this, but yeah, they don't really talk about it in the US. They act like it's all these other countries that deal with parasites, but no, it's everywhere. So you should do parasite cleanse at least once or twice a year, a couple times a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I do, I upgrade. And I just did one a few weeks ago when we first moved here. I love to do it, like, especially change of seasons. Like now is a great time to do
Mhm.
it because you want to kind of like don't bring that shit into the next season. You want to empty out your. What I love is even if you don't believe you have parasites or you don't know you have parasites, everyone can benefit from cleaning out their colon.
Mhm.
So it just does that. It just cleans it out so we can renew ourselves, like restart and feel so clean and fresh.
Definitely. Yeah, I love it. And just to recap, so there's five main products. One is the power shake, and you take two of those a day. It's basically a meal replacement. It's a green juice, nourishes you on a cellular level. Two is the super aminos, that is like the leanest, cleanest protein in the world. The other one is the biomedic. That's the pill that you take, which is the gut repair. If I remember correctly, it's a prebiotic, a probiotic, and it removes glyphosate. And doesn't it also act as a binder to like help pull out like heavy
Yes.
metals and stuff like that?
Yeah, it helps facilitate all, like, the detoxing. So
Hmm.
it binds to heavy metals and, glyphosate, toxic ingredients that are, like, accumulate in our gut, and it helps to pull it all, and it's just very gentle, so it pulls it out through the urine. I actually studied, like, we got to meet with one of the, scientists behind it, and it's a brilliant
Hmm.
formulation.
Awesome. And then the other one is the apothecary, which is just one ingredient. It's organic tart cherries. And I learned that tart cherries have one of the highest or the highest natural melatonin content. And that really helped with my sleep because I used to always get up in the middle of the night, and that really helped me get a deep sleep. So that helps with like your REM sleep. And it's just packed with antioxidants. And then the final one is the parasite cleanse. And that is all natural herbs, and it gets those helps flush out those little critters, man.
Yeah, yeah, everything. And I used to do parasite cleanses in the past, and they don't give you a whole like it. I love that it prepares your body. This is
Mhm.
all about like giving you taking the guesswork out so you have that easy structure to just follow because it gets complicated to try to do your own parasite cleanses. Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like a nutrition system. Like, it's so easy to do. They have it all planned out. It's just shipped to your door once a month. It's like the easiest thing in the world. So I love it. I'm hooked. I do the cleanse like once or twice a year. And then a lot of the products, I probably take like 7, 8 different products every single day and just feel amazing.
yeah,
And yeah, so I was introduced to it from you and Jared. So eternally
yeah.
grateful for that.
Oh,
Such a great time in Belize. I would have never
no.
imagined going to Belize for 3, 4 months.
Oh, that was so
Amazing
cool. What?
experience.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, so that kind of segues me to this because in Belize, uh, everyone was trying to build like a community or, kind of like an off-grid village, eco village. It didn't quite work out, but that kind of fast forward what 4 years later, now you're basically building your dream home and you're going to start building like a eco village, and you're in the desert in California, like 3 hours north of LA. So tell us more about that. Like, that is super exciting.
yeah. Thank you. I know we were searching for that community everywhere, and Belize was one of the places that because you have to try different things out. We wanted to figure out where we wanted to buy land. So Belize was one of the places on our list. You have to live somewhere for long enough to know
Mhm.
if it's right for you. And Belize was beautiful, and I highly recommend everyone go visit. But one of the deal breakers for me was actually the bot flies. So
Yes, me too.
I don't think I can live here.
Yes, yes. For anyone who doesn't know what a bot fly is, I don't exactly know what it is, but some fly, it like lands on you, bites you, and it leaves like larva egg, and you literally get like little like worm popping out of you. Like,
Yeah.
a couple people in the community got him, and it's not like harmful, but it's just like disgusting. Like,
You don't want that. No.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So, but it's important that you really, we experimented with a lot. We experimented with Florida, and there was a few reasons, like when we lived there, that we realized, that's not going to be where we're going to live. Some of it to do with actually the sprays that they use. A lot of
Mhm.
mosquito sprays from the air, and a lot of glyphosate for their orange and sugar cane and all that. So there was a few reasons, and we were just exploring, and then we came here. Actually, Dave, who's the owner of Purium, owns this oasis, this beautiful retreat, and we hosted, which you came to, which was so
Yep.
awesome. That was
The
like,
land is
our
beautiful. It is magical.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly when, we that's when we knew that this felt like home, and we saw the potential here, and we were studying regenerative farming. I love the movie. There's a few movies that are really inspiring, like The Need to Grow, but another one was The Biggest Little Farm, where they took desert soil and turned it into regenerative, like green,
Wow.
you know. So that one, we were like, okay, we wanted to show people what's possible, because we know there's so much desert land that desperately needs love, because this is the like where there's dry dead soil, it's going to lead to more, heating and
Mhm.
drying, and right. So we knew, like, where does the earth need us? Like, that's kind of the question we asked ourselves, like, where is she calling out for some TLC? And this land, it just, the Dave, who's the owner of Purium, he's like a visionary, and he bought 200 acres about 25 years ago to protect this land, because it has clean water and natural, just some really beautiful nature that he wanted to protect. So he's been like basically waiting for the right people who are going to love this soil and really take care of her. So I felt like we were chosen for it. And then, we bought 10 acres, which we're sitting on now. We built a yurt. And we started our we have 20 fruit trees planted here that are thriving. We have amazing, what we've seen is just with a little love and care, it really comes to life.
Mhm.
And so we want to, inspire what's possible. And we also want to have people come visit here. Eventually, we're going to be building more tiny homes and have, retreats, different type of exchanges, and people who, want to experience living on the land and learning how to regenerate desert soil. And yeah, that's our vision, is really creating healthy community, because the big problem with community, and I think we've seen this because we both lived in a community, that if one person is sick in the community, and I mean mentally like unwell, or it can really spoil an entire um community. Like,
Mhm.
it's kind of like, that. So we want to make the emphasis. It's not enough that it's about vegan, or it's about, this. We really want, like, what unites us all is health. And I think the
Mm.
most important is we want to be surrounded. I think a lot of us who are on this journey just want to have an influence around that is just, health influence, like positive influence. And we want to create that space that people can come here, spend 30 days, maybe do a ULT, and be in an environment that is really nurturing to optimal health. So we're going to do yoga, like, some kind of, hot, cold, aqua therapy, and different type of modalities here on the land. Like, you went to the sweat lodge, which we're actually going to do
Yes.
tonight. And really, like,
You're
this
doing the sweat
land.
lodge tonight?
Yeah, Dave wants to do a
Wow.
sweat tonight.
That was an amazing experience.
Yeah, yeah. There's, like, it's really like this earth, this land, the brook, the water is so healing. And we want people to have a sanctuary to come and to really, focus on them and healing themselves. So that's really the focus, is a healthy community. And doesn't exclude, it's not about a vegan thing. It's not about a this or that. There's no
Mhm.
labels. We just really want to unite people on eating clean, organic, whole foods and healing themselves.
Definitely. Yeah, I've noticed the healthier I am, the happier I am, the more upbeat I am, the more confident I am, the more just I feel like the more, and then you attract those same type of people and those like positive upbeat energies. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Um yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about like the yurt? Is your place like, are you completely off grid or
Completely. Actually, I don't know if you can see, we have our solar. Oh, you can't really see up there. We have our solar panels. We're completely off grid. Like, we have a propane tank, but we really haven't, we've used it maybe once. Like, it's
Mhm.
amazing. Or the generator, I mean, like, we've needed to use like once or twice on the whole 2 months that we've been here. So it's completely like no bills. Like, it is off grid, and we're getting it all from the sun, which is abundant here. So
Mhm.
yeah. And
Awesome. So you have solar for
yeah,
electricity, and then water, do you get, I know you said you're on a natural spring. Is there a way to like filter that, or how does the water work?
yeah. So we have a well, right up here,
Mhm.
really deep, incredibly deep. Like, the water, we've had it tested. It's so clean. It's so good. And we do have we use well, actually, we have the aqua vibrance that we use, which
Mhm.
filters the water even more, and
Definitely.
even like improves the structure of the water. So we're really good for water. Like, we use the aqua vibrance we have a little hot tub here as well. And it's awesome. It's just a natural way to keep water clean and living. So you could even store it. Like, we'll have yeah, it's just amazing. It becomes like this living, structured,
Mhm.
oxygenated water, which on top of our natural mineral spring water from our well, it's just amazing.
That's awesome. And then you do have a backup generator, and then do you have a propane for gas for anything?
Yeah, we have a propane, and we're really well.
Wow.
Yeah,
So shit hits the fan, y'all are good.
we're good.
Yes, and you're planting fruit trees too, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, yeah. We have 20 fruit trees that we plan to plant 100 this year. So
Wow.
that's our goal. So Yeah, we have also some crops coming up, which is awesome. I love, like, one of the reasons we love California is you could grow things year round. I mean, it does get cold here, but we're building a little greenhouse as well, so we're gonna have year round stuff growing.
That's amazing, and I love this location. I've been there on Dave's land. Haven't been quite on your land yet, but it's in California. Amazing weather. There's so many holistic people and health-minded people in California, and it's like 3 hours away from LA. So, and then you said you're about an hour 15 from Bakersfield. So I just feel like it is a very ideal spot.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, it's amazing. Like, it's just this little, I mean, it's unknown. Like, there's no neighbors. Like, you could look all the way around. Like, there's no one here, which is so rare. I know California is like a pretty densely populated state. So to have this like wide open spaces it's such a blessing.
Definitely. And this was all made possible because of your period business.
A hundred
So,
percent.
if I remember correctly, I believe you all were the first Canada's first crown, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, if you want to tell us a little bit about your period success, your
Okay.
business success.
My favorite story because so at first, when the ULT was working so well, I just knew I needed to stick with this lifestyle. And being in Canada at the time, it was expensive with the exchange rate and the shipping prices. So I was like, I just need to I need to have my products paid for so I can continue this. So my goal, which I love, it comes with the business for free, which is like I've never even seen a
Mhm.
free business turnkey, like completely done for you. So because when you love these foods, um you naturally, anything that we love we want to share. It's just human nature. So I was going to share it whether there was a compensation for it or not, because I would have absolutely been sharing this. But the fact that you can get compensated it made it so brilliant. So my first goal, I was like, I just want to have my these products paid for every month, and all I needed to do was share it with like two people a month and I would have my products paid for. So I was like,
Mhm.
so what happened with that goal was those two people that I shared it with had incredible results and started sharing it with theirs, and so on. And really it kind of came when COVID started. We started in 2018. By 2019, when COVID started, we already had this like business taking off online.
Mhm.
And because at that time, health and gut health was such a on the forefront of like importance, our business, when everyone else was, really scared about their business, this business I saw was like this was an open opportunity for everyone. And it was when we went to Belize, actually, we were able to quit our jobs because of this. That was our first goal. Our second goal was, after having our products paid for, was okay, now let's match our salaries so we don't have to work anymore. Wow. Like, so that once we were able to do that, we were free to go to Belize. And that's when our business really took off. We hit diamond that time when we were in Belize, which was so cool because here we are in the jungle, like having an income. And
Definitely. And I was there witnessing some of that when you guys were really ramping it up. And that's another thing that gave me a big belief before I tried the ULT and the products was because everyone on there was on it, raving about it. And I was like, okay. But then, like, in Belize, there were such close quarters, not a lot of privacy. So you guys would do a lot of Zoom calls. And I would, overhear some of them and you'd be on a Zoom with like customers who aren't brand partners. They're just happy customers. And I heard like a handful of customers, like literally crying, like from rejoicement. They're like, this actually helped me. This is like, I've tried everything and this has actually helped. And I'm like, wow, like they're not getting paid for this. It's just a raving happy customer, someone's life that you literally changed.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Our customers sell it for us because, I'm getting referrals all the time from happy customers.
Hmm.
Some of them don't even really know about the business opportunity, which I hope that most people who are on the food knows that you get this for free. So, please use that gift code because you, instead of referring people to me or you, they could be making money. But raving fans are the biggest sell, right? Because they're just having their own genuine experience, and the food, the results speak for themselves. You know, people are
Mhm.
looking better, performing better, and all that.
Yeah,
So,
if it didn't work, I highly doubt the company would be in business for 30 years with a 60-day money back guarantee.
you're right, exactly. That's exactly, and people who get on this food stay on it for like, life. There's a lot of people, if it wasn't working, people would not be on this food and it continuously improving their health even through their 60s. And, you know, yeah, so it built in belief where I didn't believe that I could become really successful with this until I also saw other people, like you said, like it just, we inspire each other. And so I saw people making six figures, seven figures with this. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was even real estate agent, right? Like that was really
Mhm.
inspiring. Sonia Magruder, who had a very successful real estate like she was a very successful real estate agent who ended up like retiring herself and her husband with this opportunity. And, she could do whatever she wants. Like now it's like she doesn't have to um live gig to like, home to home or whatever the
Mhm.
so it was so inspiring to see the potential,
Yeah,
and we went for it.
you could build your business anywhere in the world, anywhere you have a phone and Wi-Fi. Where real estate, I'm in real estate, you're kind of on your client's schedule, whenever they could see the home, whether that's an evening, a weekend. You can't really travel. But this you could do anywhere in the world. And I've witnessed you and Jared do that for the past like 4 or 5 years, just constantly traveling and growing your business. Like it's so inspiring. I love it.
What's so cool is you get paid to travel, and you get paid to be your best self. So it's like
Mhm.
all the things that lead your to your joy, like whatever brings you joy when you're doing this business, it's such a cool phenomenon that there's an opportunity out there that you just get paid to be your most radical authentic self and do what
Mhm.
you love, because the more that you're in your joy, that's how you're going to attract people who, also want that lifestyle, so, and that freedom. So we've been able to, actually, not even directly but indirectly, we've been able to help over 10,000 people. And that's huge, because not only are these people, yeah, it's huge. Like it's way more people than I could have ever touched in any way, before. Like, and my heart was so much to help people. I just really wanted to.
Mhm.
But this system allows us to reach people all over the world with a really turnkey health and wealth and community solution. So it's kind of an answer to many prayers that, most people have either health, wealth, or community goals. And it's just this like vehicle to achieve whatever it is that, we want. So we wanted to buy land. We knew we wanted to build a community. And this became the vehicle to achieve all our dreams and to dream, in the first place,
Mhm.
because many of us have lost our dreams because reality sets in, and the matrix makes it, just impossible to even dream, so we let go of a lot of our childhood dreams, and this has allowed us to dream, and we just keep on getting back in touch with, what our dreams are, because we can create now what we want.
Definitely. I love it. And like you said earlier, like once people try these products and these foods, they usually stay on them for life. So when after my ULT, I felt amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't do take any products for like 2, 3 months because we were in Belize and it was a nightmare to get the products to
Yeah.
Belize. So I just waited till I was got back home and got back on it. But my first year, I was very inconsistent taking them. And after about a year, I was like, wow, this month I felt really good. What did I do differently this month? Oh, this month I felt horrible. What was I missing? And it was Pyram. It was like it took me a while to realize like the quality of these foods. Like one, I didn't know about soil health. That's another thing I learned, where the food is only as healthy and nutrient as the soil it's grown in. And most soil, I don't know the exact numbers, but like I think it's like 1 or 2% of foods are grown in like regenerative, healthy soil. And yeah, so there was some. Dave said something about like these are one in a million foods when you tie in like the soil health, regenerative agriculture, organic, uh, glyphosate residue free, that label. Um, Also, what was the other one? Oh, plastic free packaging is another
Yes. Yes.
and then there was another one I just learned, oh, organic, and then I just heard it's also the water that it is grown in. It's like mineral spring mineral water or something. I was like, "Well, these are
Yes.
things I would've never thought of." And now that
Yeah.
I know it, it's like, "Duh."
Yeah. When you compare, it's so important that people experiment with themselves because, you know, it's like you said, when you're on it and then you get off of it, you realize the
Mhm.
difference. And if we don't have that to compare, we just have to know what real food feels like in our body and how much quality matters.
Yeah.
And I
That
love that it's plastic free. Like Dave goes above and beyond, and we see he doesn't make a lot of money. Dave actually is like, lives very humble because everything he makes goes into the company because they're not cutting any corners. They're going above and beyond to make it plastic free, to make the water healthy, to make the
mhm.
soil like to really like the quality is most important. And he has such a big heart. It's like, yeah,
Definitely. Not only is it making people healthy, but it's also making the earth healthier. So, I love it. I'm hooked. I'm grateful for you for introducing me to it. And yeah, just some of the coolest people I met in Belize. And I saw y'all a couple months ago at convention, and now I can't wait to come
yeah,
to the
you'll be
next
back.
convention. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Well, awesome. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to say this is for everyone, and it doesn't matter whatever your lifestyle is, whether you're like standard American diet or a health nut or a vegan or whatever it is, okay? Because so many people think, oh, maybe that's not for me. I'm this,
Mhm.
or people make excuses. Just try it for yourself. Like you said before, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. You have no risk to experiment. And I think it's everyone's birthright to just give themselves that opportunity to experiment and see for themselves it can change your life. So just be open to that.
100%. Totally agree. Well, awesome. Uh I also want to acknowledge you. Like, I've just been so inspired by you and seeing your growth and your
Mm,
leadership over
thank
the
you.
4 years since I've known you since Belize. And yeah, I've seen you go from when I was in Belize, you guys weren't yet, or you hit diamond in Belize.
Yeah.
So I saw you before diamond, and now y'all are what, 2-star crown or
Yeah.
something? Wow. And just
Yeah.
getting started.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's just the beginning. Yeah, we have to get the whole world and everyone deserves God help. It's just limitless how many people we need to help here.
Awesome. And then it's so cool because I saw us trying to build that in Belize. Didn't quite work out. Several years later, now you all are like building this in California, which is amazing.
Yeah. Close
Dream,
to you. Yes.
living the dream. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now, I end every podcast episode with a joke off. So, do you have a funny, corny dad joke?
I have one. Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
I think this is my go-to since I'm like 6 years old, but the only joke I remember. So this piece of rope walks into a bar and comes up to the bartender and is like, "Hey, I'd like a drink." And the bartender looks at the rope and is like, "Aren't you a piece of rope?" And the rope's like, "Yeah, so what?" He's like, "I don't serve drinks to rope." And so the rope gets all mopey and leaves the bar. And then he has this idea. He ties himself into a knot and frays all his ends. He walks back into that same bar and he goes up to the bartender. He goes, "Hey, I'd like a drink." And the bartender looks at him and is like, "Aren't you that same rope I just kicked out of here?" And the rope looks at him and says, "Nope, I'm afraid not."
That is good. I'm afraid not. That was really good. I love the buildup. I was like, "Where is this going? Like, what what's the punchline?" That was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the
Thank
top
you.
ones so far on the podcast.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
honored.
Yeah. Mine are all just, like, so corny. They're so corny, they're good, hopefully. So,
Well,
here's mine.
yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so why did the gut bacteria throw a party?
I don't know why.
Because they finally had the right culture.
Oh, cute.
It's kinda
Did you just
cute,
make that
kinda
up?
corny. It's kinda cute, kinda corny, but it kinda goes with gut health, so
Super appropriate. Yes, I have to remember that one. That's a good one.
awesome. Well, I had a blast. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Allison, and I'll put all your information in the show notes. So everyone go follow her. She has the coolest content. Go
Oh.
see them building their dream life in California, living off the land. It is amazing. Living in their yurt. Your yurt is so cute and it's so aesthetic. Like it's perfect for video content.
Oh, I can't wait to have you back here, Lance. We're gonna make that happen soon.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for listening. That is a wrap.